Hello, Dr. Dave.
Hi,
Are
I'm
you
here.
there?
Yeah, this is Dr. Dave. I had
Yes.
applied to be part of the medical teachings, I think about 4 months ago. I'm still waiting to get access to the information. I've already been cleared the security clearance. I have access to the private teachings. Been waiting for the access information to the medical teachings for quite some time now. So I was wondering if there's anything else that we can do or that I need to do for me to get full access.
There is not much you can do. We are going through the summer holidays, and the whole medical teaching coming is autumn section will change totally. And we mainly go concentrating on training doctors for the enhancement units. So the medical teaching, we will transfer. It's just for medical teaching for the enhancements as they come into operational in September, October, that the students or the doctors who, what you call, run the systems can understand how to operate and how to be able to manage international connections and everything else. We're bringing the medical teaching the way it was to an end, and we start in totality what we call the enhancement teachings. So there won't be that much interface. The medical teaching, the way it was going, more or less, we think we'll bring it to a close because not many people participate on the regular basis. And as we are merging into the Iran medical teaching groups to go international, we have hundreds of doctors to come in. The whole concentration will go on the enhancement units for at least the first 12 months.
Thank you for that explanation, Mr. Keshe. I did have a question. I have a small medical practice, it's just me. I have one assistant. I don't have enough space for the current universal enhancement units. Are there any plans in the future to make miniature versions or to miniaturize it in some way that it might be more accessible to a smaller practice like mine?
We have, once we finish with this new enhancement unit, we go straight away into the space development technology with the Iranian government. This is our plan in September, hopefully October. We go in to achieve what we call our commitment to space technology. And in that process, we foresee a smaller unit, but the effectiveness of it is under consideration, how effective it's become, how effective it will be. But the prices will not change that much. We're still looking at a $250,000 a unit. Compacting it doesn't change, but what we see in the coming time, units that you can go in for feeding, units that you can go in for what do you call energy exchanges and that kind of thing, yes. But our priority as the Keshe Foundation space program is what we call the Space Unit Development in Iran's local National Defense University, as we have agreed with them. And we cannot change this agreement as we agreed to receive support. Actually, the only nation who supports the Keshe Foundation and are helping us in a massive way. We are investing back into receiving their support.
Thank you, Mr. Keshe.
Mr. Keshe. Oh, go ahead, Yvonne.
Pardon?
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
I did have one question. I was watching a video yesterday which was put out on the Chinese network for Beidou and their satellite launch. And they were talking about combining space agencies with the European Space Agency. And they had somebody from the Chinese Space Agency talking. And I just wondered what the situation is now with the agencies.
We don't know the whole space program will go through a revolution and is going through a revolution. And who will deliver short-term fast-speed systems will take over the space technology development. We have submitted not only the design, we have actually submitted a physical unit to the Iranian government. And the flight system as a prototype is already in the hand of the government. Design has been submitted. It's what we call flight system, which is delivered by the Keshe Foundation. For example, we can do between two major cities of Iran, which takes about 2.5, 3 hours in maximum 20 minutes. It's roof-to-roof landing. There is no need for airports, what we call a new taxi service. And this is part of what we are engaged. And by March, we have a bigger plan for the space development, but that is to be done after I return to Iran in September. I have given the ticket to the Iranian government and the office of Ayatollah Khamenei that will take Iran into space in 2021 in a massive way. Our plan, the way we see it, is like going from Earth to Moon in less than 1 hour, which is feasible. And we see much more the space flight, but these are what we will come out of Iran. At the moment, we want to complete the demonstration of the what we call the enhancement units, and then we'll go to the next step. We will announce the position, as we said on Thursday, in next 7 days, hopefully, and we show in the first week of September.
So we've got lots of things happening all the time.
Yes, we become part of Iran national now Corona team. We received the full protection of the Iranian government and Office of Defense as of this morning, which means we will operate across Iran from next couple of weeks by training officials that will start taking over the whole of the nation operation in next 30 days. The reason for it is half of the people who are in these levels all have corona, and they're all in a meeting our team attended. More than half of them already carrying gas bottles with them. And they said the reason you're getting everything because we are living on it, so the nation can't take it. We've broken through without it. And today the instruction was given that the corona report, as you have it, will be published in Farsi as a national document, which means it will become a national paper and it will be sold as a book to the nation. It's been approved this morning by the outside of Safat.
Mr. Keshe, this is Dr. Dave again. I have a question for you. With regard to the new corona mutation, you've discussed the 3-cup system, the cup of soul, and also the 5-cup system. Do we need to build both the 3 and 5-cup systems, or just the 5-cup system?
We're going to the 5-cup system, not for corona. We're going into 5-cup system for a space development technology. It has nothing to do with corona, but you can use it for corona to balance and bring energy. The cup
Okay.
number 1, cup number 2 was for corona. From then on, COP3 and the two new COPs have nothing to do with Crohn's. It's a part of the Universal Space Program.
Okay, so that means we should build the cup of soul and as well as the 5-cup system. Is that correct?
Yes, you can do it, but we are entering a phase, as I said, one drop, one life. The 5 cups is set. Then some more cups will be added to this set in the coming weeks. And hopefully next couple of weeks we add a new dimension into it, the way we did with the agriculture side. And then we go to the next step up. These are part of the universal system. They are not part of the enhancement, what we call it, the Corona system. Corona system is finished with us.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Keshe, can you speak about the magnesium that's in the protocol of the psychosomatic or the brain mutation?
Pardon, can you repeat?
Can you speak about how magnesium is included in the protocols for the brain mutation? Is it a separate cup, or do you how would you go about just creating it in the basic way you create magnesium GANs? Just do it that way?
The production of magnesium in the cup number 1 is on the basis of a neural system. And is created as a plasma and not as a material.
Because in the protocol it says to include magnesium GANs, and we didn't really go into that's a separate process.
No, this is a separate. You're talking about what we call it, protocol 3 or protocol 4. Protocol 4 is cup 1, cup 2, 20% mixture of each, and 1 or 2 tablets of magnesium. And this is for skin irritations and for the stomach and especially for what we call like bladder bleeding, ovaries bleeding, and that kind of thing. Because magnesium has a specific characteristics that it opens up. That's why we use the magnesium. So when you have a solid or introducing a specific way magnesium, you open that from the matter to a liquid condition or plasma condition. This is why we use magnesium. That's why we have the magnesium in the brain. Otherwise, the calcium will be like a block. As this of magnesium loosens it, it gives a jelly effect of the brain.
So does the magnesium come from the magnesium tablets, or is it a separate magnesium GANs?
In the protocol 4 comes from the magnesium tablet for rapid achievement. When you have a convulsion, you got the ones who have a stomach bleeding and they cannot hold, they want black stuff out of the stomach, or they have diarrhea black. I can show you pictures of it. Then you need magnesium to stop the convulsion. There's a read the book. It's very strictly written, the paper which is published, for what you need to do what.
Yeah, that's what I was questioning about the entry under the psychosomatic or the brain reversal of brain mutation. It mentions magnesium GANs, and I was a little bit confused about.
You can use magnesium GANs. So what you do, you get the CO2, you add magnesium tablets to it, shake it for 24 hours, 48 hours. You shake it, you chop it, and the GANs you take is not the CO2 anymore, has a characteristic of the magnesium strength. We use that for psychosomatic conditions in specific cases. That's the difference. We don't teach this in public because it's not, people do stupid things with it.
Well, that's why I think Dr. Dave was trying to see if there was any way that he could continue to find out more for doctors only. And
we will open, it's just a matter of somewhat work, we will open corner for certified doctors who have questions. We have this problem in Iran because now we're opening into hospitals. Doctors call for emergency or specific cases, yes, but we need international and experts. One of the biggest problems with Keshe Foundation is we create problems for ourselves. I teach certain people in such a specific way that they think they're God and they know everything, and then you become the worst person in the world because now they have taken what they've been taught for themselves and they walk away with it, and it's mine. If you would have a pattern on it, if I wouldn't teach, this is one of the reasons I stopped teaching the doctors. I taught some doctors specifically at the highest level, and what we see, they disappeared. The theft of knowledge by scientists of the Keshe Foundation or people who have knowledge and I teach them privately and then they become God of their own, incompetent to absorb the knowledge and share is one of the biggest problems I have. I teach certain scientists, certain doctors, a specific teachings, a specific way to do things, and then when they learn it, they disappear with it, and we hear them, all sorts of things happen. The dishonesty of the knowledge seekers has put me in a position I don't share any more knowledge on a specific basis. It's the same. It repeats itself. Everybody we trust, we share knowledge to share. They take, they steal, and they run and then become the worst thing. We've seen one of the 20s and people we trusted the most now have become all sorts of things. So, in a way, I've given up on humanity.
I understand, Mr. Keshe. I feel bad for all that has occurred. You don't deserve any of that. I just wanted to say that you give us the knowledge without speaking. We just kind of, because of the confidence, we want to make sure that we do no harm and that we continue on with this technology. Thank you very much for everything you did, and happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Our problem
Thank
is
you.
not that, is the way the people we trust most, they steal from the foundation and bring more harm to the foundation. And in so many ways, I've come to a conclusion, human race is not worth investing in anymore. And the more we invest to teach, the more harm we see. And in so many ways, I even told the head of Keshe Foundation, very soon I shut everything down. Because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's the best thing for me is to go back into a nation and literally bury the knowledge in the nation and make a superpower beyond the imagination of any nation and impose. This seems to be one of the best ways that sharing your knowledge so openly, and every kind of abuse comes. And in what I've seen in the past 3-4 weeks is pushing me to literally bury the knowledge in one nation and create a super nation with superiority that no nation can do. We dictate everything. You move, we dictate. And then we become like Bill Gates and the rest of it. But it's, I've lost my trust in humanity. Totally. And I don't see any reason to actually share knowledge anymore in the depths of sales unless it's shared with one government. And that's it. Let it be done. Humanity is not worth investing in.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Mr. Keshe. I hope
I
that you
don't
regain
feel that
trust
way.
in
I've
us.
seen that way. I don't feel that way. I've seen that way. I've seen how people come as close as possible and betray. Doctors, scientists, everything, everybody else. And it's one of the easiest way to do it. The knowledge was shared, the knowledge was given, everything else backfit to do. What do we have? Nothing but betrayal. And everything else. Betrayal after betrayal. why should I invest any more of my time and my life teaching about betrayals? And I stopped teaching very soon. If it goes this way, I withdraw all the technology back to Iran and I'll create a super nation. And then I want to see what it is. You drink, we control, and we can easily do it. But that wasn't the purpose of the Keshe Foundation. But it seems humanity has hit the rock bottom, and I'm not prepared to read it.
Well, I hope the right people appear in the foundation and bring the foundation forward.
We'll
That's
see.
my hope.
We'll see. We'll see. We've seen a lot. But the way I see it, I don't know if you, I mean, put it this way, I don't see any reason why I should share my technology and knowledge into a space by any nation or any individuals or groups. But it's another way of looking at it. I've served the foundation for over 40 years, and I have nothing and nobody on the 62nd birthday. Betrayal, adultery, every kind of deception, what for? And fed from inside the foundation.
I feel there are still good people, Mr. Keshe. I feel there are still good people.
My tender is very thin. I haven't seen many. But overall, we keep to what we got and to see how we change. But I'll make a super nation out of Iran in a very short time. In a space, in medicine, and everything else. Because every other nation has betrayed us.
Mr. Keshe, you've often referred to Dr. Assadi in Iran, that he had closed his practice. I have a simple question. That he had closed his practice. Yes, you had often mentioned Dr. Assadi in Iran, and what a beautiful soul he is, and that he had closed his practice to serve the nation. He's a national treasure in Iran, as I understand you were saying. My question is, how did it that you had indicated he was seeing up to 600 people per day? How could a doctor see 600 people a day?
We are working on the internet, and we set up a network of aids and supports. And he literally actually closed his office again. Again, last 2 weeks ago, he opened for a few weeks, and the crisis in Iran has forced him back. He sees, because we have one group of 62,000 now, one group of 25,000, one group of 29,000, one group of just under 21,000. And at any time, up to 6,000 to 10,000 people online. The ones which the first team can answer support, which 60 people, which gives them about 15, 20 each a day. Then this group organizes the delivery, and out of the 6,000, 10%, 15% is what our team cannot support. They don't have the knowledge. They go automatically to Dr. Assadi and Dr. Parapur and 2 other doctors. Dr. Assadi, at the end, anything not solved comes to him. And he sees up to 600 cases come to him, and to him, because he knows automatic packages have been ready for them to go to doctors and to, the people, to the aid groups, what to deliver, how to teach them. We are very well organized in Iran. And Dr. Assadi sees he works 20 hours a day, because there's another day I don't speak to him maybe 2 or 3 times a day for even the cases he can't. He says, these are the cases coming up. We're monitoring the latest new cases of corona we've seen. And this is following the same. Our team is exhausting. Today, I've seen most probably about 40, 50 cases, but I can't answer because he goes back to the doctors. but we received a special protection from the Iranian government today that we can go nationally and support the whole nation from tomorrow. We become untouchable by any group in Iran. We've been given a special protection. Keshe Foundation will start teaching, and we receive the full support of what we call the leadership. I have to go. I'm with some people. Thank you very much for today, and hopefully soon we can bring a lot of things together.
Thank you very much, Mr. Keshe, and enjoy your birthday.
Thank you very much, Mr. Keshe.